without any solicitation? Did you have a relationship with General Mabasa that allowed for a sharing of the results of your investigations? On what basis do you give him this?
Yeah, it's a very valid point. I wrongly came to the conclusion, and I should have checked, I wrongly came to the conclusion that General Dramat and General Sabia had instructed crime intelligence to get to the bottom of this matter. And I assumed, therefore, that General Mabasa was reaching out to me because he had knowledge. So if you've got this knowledge, then you must be involved in it. So I readily gave him this file.
And did you ever engage Generals Dramat and Sibia about this matter and whether or not they had an
immediately
engagement
afterwards? So, Commissioners, if you have a look, on the same day that I met with
Mr. O'Sullivan, you should wait until...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you speak at the same time, there will be problems with the transcription.
Okay. So I thought you'd finished.
No, my question was, after then your source called you to inform you that Mr. Krejčíř has just had a telephonic discussion with General Mabasa about a file you had given to General Mabasa. When you learned that, did you ever have a conversation with General Sibia and Dramat about the turn of events? Who are the people you say you had initially engaged around this matter?
Yes, but I didn't do it the same day. So what happened was, I got this phone call. Then I thought, wow, if this is true, because you don't take everything you're told as being the gospel truth, you have to look into it. But what it prompted me to do was to look into General Mabasa. And coincidentally, when I went to meet him at the Diagonal Street building, being the type of person I am, he'd arranged parking there for me. And when I went to park there, I saw a parking bay. And it's not in my statement, but I'm just recollecting this. I saw a parking bay marked up for General Mabasa. And I made a note of the registration number of the vehicle that was parked there, just for my own interests, because it looked like a very fancy double cab. So I made a note of the registration number of that vehicle. And then what happened, when I get this phone call, I then start to carry out investigations. And I immediately found out that General Mabasa's wife was in business with Radovan Krejčíř's wife. They were directors of the same company. And I could not think it was to conceal some form of corruption. And then when I ran the checks on the motor vehicle, I found that the vehicle, well, I phoned the dealer, I found that the vehicle had been purchased by Radovan Krejčíř for General Mabasa. So you put the pieces of the jigsaw together, which I did. And I then went and met with General Dramat. I phoned General Sabia and told him what I'd found, and I went and met General Dramat because I was so keen to make sure that they did something urgent about it. And I think a week later, General Mabasa was suspended.
Did you do an in-notice check on the vehicle, the registration of the vehicle?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Is it not so that all that this would have shown you is in whose name the vehicle was registered? Why I'm asking that is, how did you then establish who had purchased
So we're able to, Commissioner, we're able to do various checks. The one check you can do is just to get the ownership of a vehicle. Another check you can do is to get the history of the vehicle. It wasn't a brand new vehicle, it was a used vehicle. And the previous owner of it was Krejčíř Beleggings, which was Radovan Krejčíř's company. So you put two and two together.
Thank you.
My question was going to try and understand the checks that you say you conduct. Are these the checks that normally are reserved for law enforcement to undertake, or do you have access to the system?
Yes,
and if so, in what capacity?
Let me explain to you. We don't have access to the NITIS system. We have access to what we call closed source data banks. So we have to sign a code of conduct so they're accessible by certified fraud examiners, forensic investigators. It's not the same system that the police use. It's a private system that's used, for example, TransUnion. I don't actually do the checks myself. I have staff that do it, but I don't know the systems we use, but they are all above board and all lawful. We have to sign a code of conduct so that we're not, shall we say, becoming information peddlers where people can't come and pay us for information.